Bitcoin is not doing very good right now. Ethereum as well, Solana, everything. We're seeing a lot of short-term bearishness. But why is that? There's a specific indicator that is showing us a possible long squeeze. So let's analyze and talk about it in today's video. So as we speak, I am seeing a huge red candle on Bitcoin. Let's actually check it out together. So look at this. We are experiencing right now a meltdown a little bit. In the past 7 days, Bitcoin has given 5% away. So has Ethereum and XRP. But looking right here, it is falling right now almost to the bottom of the $114,000. If we switch to the charts themselves, look at this. We are seeing a huge red candle. Doesn't have much volume so far, but we're looking at the 1 hour chart. But switching to the 4 hour charts, we see that the 4 hour is strong, but we are in the oversold territory. So I'm not too scared on the longer time frames. So looking at the 4 hours and the daily, because we can fall right here, but eventually around the 23, the 22, even the 20, if we get worst case scenario, we're gonna get held back. And on the 4 hours chart, it looks like we already super extended right here. Can we fall more? Yes, we can for sure, but I think we are reaching the bottom right now. On the daily, we can see that we can fall all the way to the $112,000 right here. But because on the daily, we already saw so much movement, I don't think we're going to see a candle like this one, where we went from 124 all the way to 118,000 in the same day. I don't think. Maybe we're going to get to the 113, the bottom of the 113 right now today. Maybe tomorrow we have another red day, but I don't see it falling down more because there's not enough volume. So the volume is what brings things together. For Ethereum, huge candle for Ethereum. In the 1 hour chart, we're at the bottom of the Bollinger. So 41.95 right now. And this white line, as always, is my position that I just sold. I have to keep an eye on this to see if I have to close it or just flip it. But it is a little bit scary to see it fall so hard in such a short time. But this brings us to what I was telling you about. There's an indicator that is showing us that we can have a possible long squeeze. Is this a long squeeze? Maybe, who knows? But what is it? Is the long to short ratio. So the long to short ratio usually tells how many people are longing, how many people are shorting an asset. In this case, if we look to Ethereum, look at this. We have Ethereum going down in price, but long to short ratios going up. This is a divergence. And what it means, when we don't have a confirmation, we have a divergence. It means that something is going up while the other is going down, and that is not a good sign. In this case, this is a short-term bearish sign. So we're actually seeing that happening right now. By looking back at the price, see there's a little bit of a wick already. We already corrected some of this price, but still we are above 2 on the long to short ratio, and we have a price going down since August 14th, and this is a little bit scary. So maybe we're still gonna see some drops on Ethereum and of course also on Bitcoin. So keep an eye on this because the long to short ratio is super correlated to price action. And if we go to the liquidation tabs, we can actually see that now Ethereum has liquidated the most people right now in the market, the most amount of money in the market. 72% of all liquidations were long positions. In the past 24 hours, 108,000 traders were liquidated. Total liquidation comes to 337 million. The largest single liquidation order happened on Binance, and it was Ethereum USDC value at $5 million liquidated. So huge liquidation for a single trader. While we look at Ethereum and Bitcoin, we also look at Solana, which, as I said before, it hasn't been good at all. So Solana, which was above the 209 just a few days ago, now we're looking at the 179 for Solana. So if you are a Solana holder like myself, that is not so good. And looking at liquidations, I just talked a few minutes ago about the long squeeze. And guess what? If we reach the 41.79, we're going to get that squeeze like we're seeing right here. Most likely going to drop all the way to the 3100 and then pick it back up. So this is why the long to short ratio is very important, because it tells you that, hey, something is coming. And if this divergence keeps going, then most likely we can see that liquidation happen and trigger a cascade effect, which is scary. So you don't want to be longing when there's a huge liquidation, or you don't want to be shorting when there's a huge short liquidation. So on either side, the best thing to do maybe sometimes just to step off. So before we end the video, let's close by looking at the copy trading. Fantastic results for the copy trading. Look at this. We are at 3.6% in August, and today is the 19th. So fantastic returns for Bitopics. Hopefully we are able to go above the 4% and beat July and go back towards the June and May, maybe even April of this year. So if you don't know what this is the copy trading. Here, you simply deposit your USDC and we do these trades for you. We have an in-house trader that does all these trades. And so far, we're looking for a projection for this year of 82% returns. So this strategy started on May last year and we got almost to 96% year from May to May. And now we are above 100% in returns, meaning that if you had deposited and held all the way to today, you would have had 101% returns on your stablecoin. So this is pretty much a stablecoin farming strategy. If you want to check it out, it is the first link in the description and it allows you to register on Bitopics. We don't have KYC. We have very, very good bid and ask spreads, almost like Deribit. So if you want to check it out, trade by yourself or just deposit your dollars here because we're cash settled, just do that in the first link in the description. So with that being said, I think we ended today's video. Hopefully you're able to make money in this huge volatility that we're seeing right now, this huge market movement that we're seeing right now. And if you are profitable, comment down below what was your trade. If it was profitable, what did you do in these market conditions? That would be awesome. So I'll see you down in the comments. In the meantime, thank you so much. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Take care.